Let's today discuss about the pre-Mauryan period, that is from the 6th to 4th century BC. So we have already discussed the Indus Valley civilization and the Vedic age, which lasts up to 500 BC. So this will be the continuation, that is from 6th to 4th century BC. So if you have missed those videos, the link is given in the description. So let's start with the pre-Mauryan period, that's from 6th to 4th century BC. So now we will discuss about Mahajanapadas. That is Mahajanapadas. The emergence of Mahajanapadas is one of the most social change in the pre-Mauryan period. That is, we had seen in the Vedic society, that is in the later Vedic society mainly, a new group Janapadas came. That is, Jana means people and Pada means food. Those were small settlements of tribe, or we can even considered as small kingdoms in the later Vedic society, Janapadas. So now in the pre-Mauryan period, some of the Janapadas of the Vedic time developed into Mahajanapadas. That is, this happened as a result of series of changes in internal social and political structures of the Janapadas. That is also due to the invention of iron technology in the later Vedic society, the agricultural productivity has expanded, and as a result, many of the Janapadas were who were efficient to use this technology wisely emerged into Mahajanapadas. So, Mahajanapadas are larger territorial states that came up by incorporating Janapadas. That is, Janapadas emerged into Mahajanapadas. And 16 Mahajanapadas are mentioned in the Buddhist and Jain texts. Buddhist and Jain texts are the main sources for the information about Mahajanapadas. And in the Buddhist text, Sutta Pitaka, almost 16 Mahajanapadas of the pre-Mauryan period are mentioned. And some of the most important Mahajanapadas were Magad, Kosala, Avanti, Vaji, etc. So there were 16 Mahajanapadas, and it is mentioned in the Buddhist text Sutta Pitaka. And in Jain texts are also the sources for information about Mahajanapadas. See, in this figure, we can find the 16 Mahajanapadas of that period, that is 600 BC. See, the most important are Magad, Kashi, Viji, Kosala, Avanti. These are the most important Mahajanapadas. So total 16 Mahajanapadas were there in the pre-Mauryan period. Now we will discuss the polity. That is, the major point to note is the emergence of Mahajanapadas itself. So the emergence of Mahajanapadas is a major point, and agricultural land become an important economic asset in the pre-Mauryan period. That is, up to Vedic period, land was not considered as an economic asset, but in pre-Mauryan period, agricultural land become more important. And apart from the Varna system, now the distinction is between Raja and Praja. The distinction is between Raja and Praja in the 4th century, 6th to 4th century BC. That is, slowly Indian society is transforming into a great empire. These are the first steps. Slowly empires are getting built up. So now the distinction is between Raja and Praja. And during these centuries, Buddhism and Jainism spread rapidly in the Indian subcontinent. Buddhism and Jainism spread rapidly in the 6th and 4th century BCs. That is, during the pre-Mauryan period. Now we will discuss about rise of Magad. So how Magad has rise from all the Mahajanapadas. So we had studied earlier that There were 16 Mahajanapadas, out of which Magad, Vaji, and Kosla were in the middle Gangetic Valley. They were in the middle Gangetic Valley. So among this, Magad emerged as the victorious kingdom. So the factors for this were Magad region was having high deposit of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil. So the agricultural prosperity of Magad was very much important. And its position was particular that it was situated on the confluence of many rivers like Ganga, Gandak, Son and Punpun. So in agricultural field, Magad was having high resources and the iron rich areas present in Magad. Magad was having highest concentration of iron rich areas, and Magad also utilized its resources, made full use of its natural resources. So this from these iron rich areas it helped Magad to produce good weapons for warfare and all. So by these reasons slowly Magad emerged as a victorious Mahajanapada, and it has transformed into a kingdom, and its capital was Girivraj. Capital of Magad was Girivraj. Later it has shifted to Patliputra, that is the present day Patna. But first capital of Magad was Girivraj. Now we will go with the Haryanak dynasty. The first dynasty to rule Magad, Haryanak dynasty. This dynasty was founded by Bimbisara. So Bimbisara is the founder of Haryanak dynasty. Haryanak dynasty is founded by Bimbisara. And Bimbisara was a contemporary of Buddha. That is, he lived in the same period when Buddha was also alive. So Haryanak dynasty is founded by Bimbisara. Under Bimbisara, Magad took the control of the most of the middle Ganga plains, and he acquired Anga. He acquired Anga and placed it under Ajatashatru, his own son. And Bimbisara made many marriage alliances. That's how he established his kingdom. He used a policy of marriage alliances than wars. That is, his first wife was daughter of the king of Kosala. He married the daughter of king of Kosala. His first marriage was with daughter of king of Kosala, and it was the sister of Prasanajit. And in this marriage, he got Kashi village as a dowry, which earned almost 1,000 gold coins for him as revenue. So Kashi village was his dowry in the first marriage. Secondly, he married with a Lichavi princess named Chellana. He married with a Lichavi princess named Chellana, his second marriage alliance. And his third wife was daughter of the chief of Madra clan of Punjab. He married the daughter of the chief of Madra clan. So this is how Bimbisara made his kingdom or established his kingdom. Name of his son is Ajatashatru, and Ajatashatru later imprisoned him and starved him to death in 492 BC. Ajatashatru imprisoned Bimbisara and starved him to death in 492 BC. The next ruler in the Haryanak dynasty was Ajatashatru, that is son of Bimbisara. Ajatashatru, not like his father, he followed an aggressive policy, many aggressive policy actually. So we had learned that Bimbisara enlarged his kingdom by marriage alliances, but Ajatashatru followed an aggressive policy. That is, he took the complete control of Kashi, which was a village given as dowry to his father. He took complete control over Kashi, and he even attacked his maternal uncle Prasenajit. He attacked his maternal uncle Prasenajit, who was the king of Kosala. He also attacked Vaji, and this war extended for 16 years. And later Ajatashatru won the war through decide. So he attacked Vaji and occupied it. He also attacked Avanti. Prasenajit attacked Avanti, but he was not able to occupy Avanti. He occupied Vaji by attacking it, but he was not able to occupy Avanti. He failed in occupying Avanti. And Ajatashatru is the person who shifted the capital to Pataliputra. Ajatashatru shifted the capital of Magad to Pataliputra. That is the present day Patna. So the previous capital was Girivraj. Now Ajatashatru shifted the capital to Pataliputra. And Ajatashatru was followed by Udayin. But Udayin and his 4 successors were weak. So after that, the Haryanak dynasty fallen off, and the next dynasty came. So the next dynasty was Shishunaga dynasty. So Udayin and his 4 successor kings were very weak, and their rule was inefficient. So the people of Magad overthrown them, and Shishunaga, who was a viceroy at Benares, was crowned as king in 413 BC. Shishunaga. So Shishunaga founded the Shishunaga dynasty. After Haryanak dynasty, the next dynasty was Shishunaga dynasty. Shishunaga's main achievement was he merged Avanti to Magad, which Ajatashatru was not able to do. That is, Shishunaga merged Avanti to Magad, and they ruled for a short period only and gave way to the Nanda dynasty. That is the next dynasty. So from Haryanak now came the Shunga dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, and the next one is the Nanda dynasty. Now the next dynasty is the Nanda dynasty. So after Shishunaga dynasty, the next dynasty came, that is Nanda dynasty. The Nanda dynasty is often described as the first empire builders. That is, they extended the Magad to a very great area. That is, in this map we can see that now the Magad empire extended to this much area under Nandas. So they are described as the first empire builders. They are described as the first empire builders. And Alexander's invasion took place in 326 BC, and it was in the Nanda period. During Nanda period, Alexander invaded India. That is in 326 BC. And almost 9 Nanda kings ruled Magad. Nine Nanda kings ruled Magad. And the dynasty came to an end by 321 BC. That is, the next dynasty came in 321 BC. The Nanda dynasty lasted up to 321 BC. After that, Chandragupta Maurya ascended to the throne and founded the Maurya dynasty. That is, by Alexander's invasion, the Nanda Empire got dislocated, and there Chandragupta Maurya founded that it's the best time to depose the Nanda dynasty and to start his own new dynasty. That is the Mauryan dynasty. So after Nanda dynasty, Chandragupta Maurya ascended to the throne and founded a new dynasty, that is Mauryan dynasty. So This is all what we learned in the pre-Mauryan period. In the pre-Mauryan period. That is emergence of Mahajanapadas, rise of Magad, then Haryanak dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty, and the next one will be Mauryan dynasty that we will discuss briefly in the next video. So thank you for watching and please subscribe for more videos.